everyone, and welcome to another edition of Saturday Night 5. We are getting bat to bat tonight, so let's go. This is hopefully when you're watching this one, I will be currently working on the other one. So, yeah. I had every intention of putting this out last week, and I filmed it last week before I had to go out of town. But as I said in my last vlog, I didn't like how it turned out. It felt too rushed. So, this one, take my time with it a little bit. Hopefully, it is better than the last one that I recorded. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But based on the fact that just recently, Rock and Roller Toaster, starring Aerosmith, no longer features Aerosmith. It's going to star the Muppets. The Muppets have taken it over. But I will say, if you haven't yet, check out the vlog where I go to ride it one more time before it changes. You know, it was on its closing day of Rock and Roller Coaster. Long lines, but it was worth it, and a lot of fun. Now, while I think the ride will stay the same, just the scenery and the theming will change. It's still, you know, I'm still gonna miss hearing the Aerosmith music and stuff, but I am looking forward to Muppets moving in because I'm a big Muppets fan. So, but anyway, based on that and some other stuff that recently closed, this is my top 5 rides that I miss at Walt Disney World. So to me, a ride is something that obviously you go on and it features, you move with it, you know, obviously it's something that, it's a ride. The second episode that I was going to do this week was, that I was meant to do this week was going to be my top 5 attractions that I miss at Disney. My top 5 Disney attractions that I miss. Now, an attraction is more like a show, or like something you're watching, or like just a whole thing where, I mean, you'll get the picture when I get to that. But let's get to the rides first. That's what this episode's about. Starting with number 5. Right off the bat, cheating a little bit because I'm doing it as a whole, but Disney Quest. Why Disney Quest? Why Disney Quest? Because yes, while it featured video games and virtual reality stuff, it still featured a handful of fun rides, like the virtual jungle cruise raft, always fun, or the or Mighty Ducks Pinball Slam, love that one. But my personal favorite, Cyberspace Mountain, featuring Bill Nye the Science Guy, where we create our own roller coaster and then get to ride it virtually. But it's in a simulator, but it's still so fun. And, you know, you should always undo if you didn't like something. That's an inside joke. If you know, you know. But, but yeah, it was the amount of times my brother and I did that and been on that and made purposely made, you know, us go through loops and stuff, and it was so fun, and always a blast. I miss it so much, but I never got to go to the NBA experience, what replaced Disney Quest. I never have to go there. And now there's Level 99 thing that's supposed to be coming up this year sometime. Gotta check what that's about. Hopefully it's fun. But again, I really do miss the OG Disney Quest. The atmosphere, the surroundings, the games. Another ride. Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters. It's a bumper cars where you roll over balls and the other person puts them in a cannon, and if you shoot the other car, it spins out of control. Like there's targets on it, and if you hit it, and it'll spin out of control. It was so fun, for a bumper car ride. It just, yeah. And like Pinball Slam, Mighty Ducks Pinball Slam, going back to it, that was quite the workout. You're trying to get in the goal, in the pinball goal, with the ball, with your number, and you're just trying to score goals and get points and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a good workout, moving that thing, So, if you know, you know. In fact, my wife and I, when we were first dating, that was our 1 month dating anniversary date, was to Disney Quest. Yeah, that's wild. Now that I think about it, now that I remember it. 1 month of dating, and we went to Disney Quest. This is the last time I've been to Disney Quest, I think. One of the last times, I want to say, that I went to Disney Quest. But it was a lot of fun, and it's definitely missed. In terms of the rides they had, I really enjoyed those rides. And I know I cheated a little bit, making an entire interactive theme park, if you will, be the number 5. But it's my show; I can do what I want. So, Disney Quest, you are truly missed. Believe me. Even we went to the one when we lived in Chicago. We went to that one, and that was even fun, just as fun. This is the same stuff, but just different location. So Disney Quest, you are missed. You know what else is missed? Number 4. This one counts as a ride because it was a tour. Talking about the Studio Backlot Tour at MGM Studios. They replaced it. They got rid of it when they brought in that lights, action, motor cars, stunt show stuff, which was okay, but it was no Backlot Tour. I missed the Backlot Tour. Yes, part of it was walking, but the second half of it was the ride itself. So it counts as a ride to me. Fun thing is, through the walking portion, there was the one time when people got to ride like the bee from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And my brother and I got picked to do that. So that was pretty fun. If I find the picture, I'll insert it here. But, Backlot Tour featuring Catastrophe Canyon, and you get to see all the cool Hollywood sets and like the sets and different vehicles and stuff like that. Thunder in Paradise boats were featured there once. I do miss that tour. It was a fun tour. Fun ride too. Nice relaxing ride, with the exception of Catastrophe Canyon, where you may get wet. That was always fun. But I do like and miss that. Wish I didn't get rid of it. Then again, I wish I didn't get rid of that whole area because of Star Wars and Toy Story Land, but what are you going to do? More on that maybe in the next episode. But meanwhile, let's move on to number 3. With all due respect to Eric Idle, I'm not a fan of the current version of this ride. I miss the OG. Journey into Imagination with the Dreamfinder and Figment. It's been a while, believe it or not, since I've actually ridden Journey into Imagination, the new version, the replacement version. It's also hard to believe that the replacement's been around longer than the original, which sucks. But I do miss the original, the OG Journey into Imagination ride with the Dreamfinder, with Figment, and then that whole area where you can, do the imagination works or whatever the hell it was called, and you just do a bunch of different imagining, let your imagination run wild and all sorts of things that you can do in that area after the ride. Now it's just a Figment meet and greet, I think. But it was fun when it was there originally, It is what it is. Big fan of Figment back in the day. And Dreamfinder. Eric Idle is just not the same. It's just not the same. But you know what? I will give it. Like I said, it's maybe in my next trip to Epcot. I think I'm gonna ride that ride just for the hell of it. But I do miss, like I said, the OG. But I'll give the new one a chance, even though it's not the same. Yeah. I think they've overstated that. Is it the same? No, it's not. It's not the same. Damn it. But it's definitely missed. Number 2. Even though it's at Disneyland, I haven't been to Disneyland in years. I'm talking a long freaking time. Like over 20 years it's gotta be since the last time I was in Disneyland. I want to say gotta be over 20 years by now. But this ride is there still. Meanwhile, Disney World replaced it with Winnie the Pooh. I'm talking Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I miss it. I miss the zany, the toy was based on Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod Crane, and Wind in the Willows or whatever it was called. That ride, and I miss. I think there was 2 alternate endings. Believe it or not, I can't remember. It's been so long that I can't remember. But where else can you see a ride where you, die and then go to hell? Essentially, that's where you're visiting at the end of the ride. You're in hell. They don't mention hell, but it's just there's a devil and there's fire. You're in hell. That or you get arrested for something. I don't remember. Just you're driving crazy. That's why. You're recklessly driving because it's a wild ride. Duh. That's why. The whole part with the train coming at you, that was always a fun part. But, now it's Winnie the Pooh. And I will admit, back in January, you saw, I did ride that Pooh only because I was outnumbered 2-1. They wanted to write it, and me not so much, but I did it anyway. Team player. I do like the bouncing part though. No, stop. Listen, it's no Mr. Toad, okay? Pooh is no Mr. Toad. Bring back Mr. Toad. Yeah, send Pooh to California. You know, I don't know. They should alternate every few years. Let them have Winnie the Pooh and give us Mr. Toad back. But guys, there's only one ride that I really, really do miss. And it was not just my favorite ride, but it was a lot of the family's favorite ride as well. Spoiler alert, I may or may not be wearing a shirt of said ride. The correct answer is yes. Yes, I am. The great movie ride. Man, do I miss this ride. I have yet to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Out of spite! No, just because I haven't yet. I don't know why, but it should be out of spite. Because damn it, I miss movie ride. It's not the same. Okay, no, not that again. It was so fun riding through the movies, and you had that one. It was my grandparents' favorite ride too. My grandpa Bud especially, he loved that ride. He loved the Old West scene. He loved the gangster scenes. He loved all that stuff, and so he loved all those old movies and stuff. And it was a lot of fun. It was fun for the whole family. I think enjoyable for the whole family. Mickey and Minnie's Railway, if they were around today, my family, that is, my grandparents, probably not so much. I don't think they would like that at all. Not like movie ride. So, I have to upload it though, a video of us, me and my parents riding Great Movie Ride one more time before it closed, and I go in detail about the different things in the front of the Chinese theater, like the different autographs and handprints in the cement. I will upload that soon. And once that's uploaded as an unlisted video, I'll have that link in the description of this video when I get to it. Like I said. Because I don't try to edit it or nothing. I'm just going to open it as is. It was an old home movie. So, nevertheless, yeah. That was it. Those are my 5 rides I miss the most at Walt Disney World. Why did they have to close them? Who knows? Well, obviously, times change. I get it. But man, some of these rides, I wish they didn't have to do it. But it is what it is. Like I said, times change. They will always live on in here and in here. But that's life. So until next time, stay tuned. Like I said, Just right after this episode is going to be another episode, hopefully uploaded before midnight. This week's episode, and then we'll be caught up. And then next week, no episode. And the week after, an episode. So we'll be back on track after this week. So, all right. Well, until next time, thank you for watching Saturday Night 5. Be sure to like and subscribe. And we will see you next time for another episode. See you later.